We got 4 o'clock game, or we got 4 4 o'clock games. First one is the Titans, surprisingly sitting at 4-2. Maybe not so surprisingly for other people. Against the Texans, coming at 1-4-1. Tough game. Last year was a tough game. Mills seems to have some of his best outings against the Titans. And on the flip side, Derrick Henry seems to really eat against the Texans. So how do you see this one going, Eddie?
Yeah, this one was a tough one to call. Last year Houston beat them the first time they played. Lost the last time they played last of the year. They lost. Neither one of these teams are scoring points, but I feel like if it gets to a shootout, the Texans are throwing the ball for more yards. Well, no, they're not passing. No, they're passing 225 yards a game, and the Titans are only passing 183 yards a game, and they're both rushing for 100 yards a game. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna go Texans here. I'm gonna go David Mills because this is a divisional game, and just maybe this defense Houston's defense shows up here and shuts down around. I mean, they're letting up 164 yards. It's a stretch, but I haven't taken really any underdogs, and I'm gonna take the underdoggy here. I'm gonna go Houston. Because Tennessee's clearly the better team, 1-4. I mean, they just haven't really been, manufacturing wins. They're scoring points and they're staying in a lot of these games, but they're not manufacturing dubs. They got one dub and they only scored 13 points to get that dub because they held Jacksonville to 6 points. It's a freaking stretch. It's like, is this going to be the week they score points? I mean, they're only scoring 17 points a game. No,
this division goes to war against each other. Like this one really is. It's a tough call on these ones. What do you got playing out here, Nick? What do you see happening?
I want to take the Texans too, Eddie. For real, I really do.
But I wouldn't if I were you. If you want to win,
the Titans are 5-2. I like to say that I don't think they're a 5-2 team compared to some other teams, like let's say the Lions or maybe the Bears or maybe teams that are not 5-2 should maybe be 5-2. And
they're 4-2. They're 4-2.
The Titans are. I don't trust Tannehill. He's just not good. They really do miss A.J. Brown. They have no pass game whatsoever. They can't put it in the end zone. They suck in the red zone. The Derrick Henry he's okay, but Houston for sure. I'm betting on Dameon Pierce in this one. And the lacking defensive line of the Tennessee Titans. So I'm going Dameon Pierce and the Houston Texans, and Nico Collins has been really good for Texans too, 305 on the season. So Texans.
He's questionable.
Crazy. We're going to go sweep for the Texans. I'm going Texans too. I think the Texans passing game is going to get the best of the Titans running game. I think the Texans are going to do a good enough job on Henry. I mean, Henry's going to eat. Texans are terrible against the run, but the Titans are terrible against the pass. And you're right. If it comes down to it and you need to make a drive, I don't trust Tannehill either. He's coming off a bad ankle injury from the week before. And I got no faith in the rookie backup coming in if that ends up happening. And the weapons for the Titans on the outside don't scare me at all. I'm gonna go Texans here for the same reasons as you guys. And I really just, there's not a lot to buy into with the Titans. I think they beat teams that they probably should beat, but it hasn't been soundly. I mean, they beat the Colts. All right, whoop-de-doo. Obviously, the Colts have been a hot mess. They hung on against the Raiders barely when the Raiders were struggling to find their mojo as well. It doesn't feel like the same Titans team as the Titan team from last year. So I'm going to go Texans too.
I think this one in particular, what separates this game is the secondary in Houston. They have a quiet good secondary.
Yep.
Steven Nelson, Stingley Jr., and then boys, they've been playing quietly good ball, and I think just Tannehill is just going to be that's what's going to separate it, and then Dameon Pierce kind of just rushing it down the throat.
Yeah, I left out Pierce. Pierce has been excellent. He's been excellent.
For sure.
Next game.
Rookie of the year right now, I think.
Yeah, with Brees going down, his name's got to be vaulted up there. A lot of time to play, though. A lot of time to play.